had a realization this morning. I was driving back from the gym. I did a 6 a.m. class. Fuck yeah, way to start my Monday. All of this because I'm on this health journey, which I actually started last year. I put on some weight. Okay. I got fat. It's just like I got fat. And I acknowledged that last year. And I was actually on this health journey prior to leading Liberate Her Live because I'm like, I'm going to be on stage. I need to have like a fit body. And I don't mean like I need you to look at me and I look a certain way. Like I need to be able to hold the room and hold myself and have the kind of energy that is required for something like this. So I was on this health journey. And as I mentioned previously, 2025 was a really hard year for me. It was a very, very, very hard year. And I had somebody reach out after I uploaded the last video that I did because it had been so long. I have not been consistent. And they're like, can you do more of these? Like what, like, and I'm like, okay. I realized something as I was driving home from the gym. So I got a notification the other day and it was like, so-and-so removed themselves from your group chat. Now, the person that removed themselves from this chat, first of all, this chat was like dead. Okay. It's not like it was open. It was my team, and a former client. But it irked me. It irked me because I haven't thought about this person in many, many, many months. And it brought up something that this person did. Basically, they just ghosted their obligations to pay for something that they had purchased, and which ended up costing me money because I bought the hotel room. This was for my live event. And anyway, so it irked me because it just, whatever, it just did. And I was thinking like, this year, now listen, if you're in business, it's going to happen. You're going to have people that ghost their payment obligations. You're going to deal with that shit. You're in business. It's coming for you. Get ready. Every business owner experiences this. What's been really cool this year is that, my team, oh my God, I couldn't do what I do without my team. And we had somebody else that just decided to up and stop communicating with my team, myself. We have SOPs in place where something happens, like they know the procedure, they take care of it. This is actually the first time we sent somebody to collections because normally we can work it out with the person, but this person just wasn't communicating. And so I'm like, you know what? This is a business. You just don't get to fucking do this anymore. So we sent them to collections. Well, my team did, and we won, which is amazing, as we should. So anyway, there was this other person, right, that just completely ghosted me, ghosted the team, ghosted her payment obligation. And at the time, it really pissed me off because following that, they started creating this YouTube channel where their videos were all about empowerment and, whatever. And I'm just like, I don't understand how you're sitting there talking about empowerment, but you're ghosting my team, my company, you're ghosting your obligations. You have no fucking consideration or concern for anyone but yourself. And then you want to sit there and tell people how to be empowered. The math isn't mathing. So anyway, I had to do a lot of work around that. So I get this notification over the weekend that person had removed themselves from a group chat that was with me, my team, and her. And it just brought up some old wounds. It brought up some anger, brought up some man, fuck that person, And then I realized part of the reason it's actually been really hard for me to be consistent in creating at times is because there is so much I want to say without sugarcoating it. It is really difficult for me. I'm a transparent person. I have a very transparent brand. If I have to consider how to say something because that is really hard for me. And there have been times where I have been transparent with my audience and they didn't like it. Some did. Some left my world. Some thought oh, Kyra's in her mean girl energy. It's like, you don't understand at times what happens or what you deal with when you're running a business, especially one that is built on transformation, whether that is helping someone scale their business, whether that is helping somebody to create boundaries around their business, whatever it is, right? When you're dealing with people, and people have a lot of incompletions. They have a lot of trauma. They have a lot of stuff, which means they're oftentimes projecting because they don't know how to actually manage in a healthy way communication that creates resolve. that restores power. This was like one of the reasons this year at Liberate Her Live, I'm teaching a communication framework because everything arises in language. Everything exists in language and communication. And the reality is most people don't know how to powerfully communicate. So really excited about that. But all of this to say, for me, it has been hard not to just say what there is to fucking say. It's been hard to not be fully transparent about the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between. And there have been times where I've asked myself, is this loving for me to do? Is it loving for me to say? At times it has felt like, because of the principles that I teach, that if I'm being honest or if I'm being transparent, if I'm exposing my human, meaning like the moments where I'm in it, where I'm like, man, fuck that person. Okay. Like the moments before I regulate that, maybe that's not going to be in service to my audience, but I realized it's actually not serving you for me not to be all of me and to bring all of me. And if you're listening to this and you've been in my world, this might sound surprising to you because you're probably like, I feel like you are all of those things. Man, there's so much I want to say. Like even what I navigated in 2025 and before that, I would love to be able to just tell the truth and share it like it is and say what there is to say, but out of consideration for others involved, I won't do that. I think you have to understand when you're in the glass jar, it's hard to see the label, right? We've heard that saying before. And I think that's what I was experiencing in 2025. And the first quarter of 2026 was really me unraveling a lot of things. And then it was all about coming back to myself. It was like slowing down to speed up. I've not been selling the same way I used to. I've really given myself a lot of time to prioritize my peace, to prioritize my energy, my health, my mental health, my physical health. I am feeling the best I have felt in years. It is so wild to me how, you can talk about alignment, you can teach alignment. And there are times where you can be so out of it and struggle to recognize that because you're the one that's in it. And so when I look back in hindsight, I can see all of the moments where I wasn't honoring what there was to honor, or I was softening the truth, or I was justifying something that in my body, like I could just feel like, duh, it shouldn't be this fucking stressful, shouldn't be this hard, it shouldn't be this heavy. And then I had to deal with, well, shouldn't I have known better? And this is where, especially if you have any form of perfectionism going on, there's no end in sight to the evolution of you as a human, as a person, as a business owner, as, whoever you are, right? Whatever titles you have under your name, mom, dad, brother, sister, friend, whatever. There is no end in sight to learning and evolving. And so on the plus side to all of this is I have now been equipped with a knowing that is so rich, that is so profound, that is so beneficial for all of my clients because I can see what I didn't see before. And when you're on the other side of something and you integrate the lesson and you can alchemize that into wisdom, you will be fucking unstoppable. And right now, the reality is I feel pretty fucking unstoppable. And it took going through it to get here. And even in the process of getting here, like I've created such incredible results. I'm actually really excited because I'm starting something today for the next 6 months that is just like I've invested in myself and in my business in a very big way this year, which has been so cool. And, even with Liberate Her Live, one of the reasons I'm on this really intentional health journey, aside from the fact that I felt what it was like last year to work out, diet, but have no energy, be so stressed that I'm not losing the weight that I should be losing because I was eating the right ways and I was working out how I was supposed to. And so this year, it's like what's actually had me open up my channel even more, what's had me be more creative, what's had me create faster with more ease, not like faster, like forcing, but just easier, and lose weight easier, like have more energy. It's honest to God, been alignment. It has been fucking alignment. It has been the peace I have felt in my body. It has been just like looking at what no longer is going to stay in my business, what I'm going to improve in my business, what I want to change in my life or in my business. And so I want to say to you, if you're in this place where you know that something is not working for you, you feel heavy in your body, you're constantly stressed out, you're unhappy, there's something maybe that you want to do and you're just not fucking doing it, you're going to ride the struggle bus until you get honest with yourself enough to rip the Band-Aid and do what there is to do and handle what there is to fucking handle. There, as I said in Rich Bitch Money Goals, there is no amount of money made in lack that will ever make you rich. And it is so important that you are honoring what there is to honor. Your health depends on it. This is something that, my God, I've really got it. Like I really fucking got it in terms of health and peace of mind, health and alignment, energy and peace of mind. It's insane how much energy I have lately. So anyway, I'm on a health journey like 2.0 because first and foremost, let me say this for all like the people listening that want to lose weight or you want to get healthy, you got to have a reason beyond just you want to lose weight. At least I do. And most people I know need the same thing. So for me, I look at, okay, in about 4 months from now, I'm going to be hosting the second annual Liberate Her Live, which is 3 full days. If I'm going to be on stage for 3 full days from 9 to 6, that's a long time. I need to have the mental and physical capacity, stamina, and energy to hold a room. That is a big fucking deal. So for me, like that motivates the fuck out of me. In 2 months from now, I'm going to be leading my 5th Ireland retreat. And same thing, like I'm using that as like a checkpoint. So I've got these 2 months, I'm going all in, and you should have something that propels you forward. If you're getting up every day and you're getting out of bed and you're not motivated, I'm telling you, you don't have a purpose to move you beyond the current experience called your fucking life. You need something that gets you out of bed. When I think about Liberate Her Live, when I think about the people that are coming to that event, it's like you can't be in a position of influence and not fucking take care of yourself. Okay? Like it doesn't work. So anyway, all of this to say, I am going to find a way to be more transparent and speak about the things that I want to speak to without consideration for how that lands for you. And I say that with so much love, but I've considered too many people in my journey. And in the process of that, there have been things that went left unsaid, and that's not a benefit to me. And it's certainly not a benefit to the world. So, I really think that this journey of entrepreneurship is rewarding, it's challenging, and it's something that if you're in it, or if you tried it and you gave up and you're like, I want to get back on the horse, but if you're in it, give yourself some grace. I really had to give myself grace this year to really be with what was falling away for the highest good. Because at the end of the day, anybody leaving my world is leaving my world because we're just not a frequency match anymore, or we learned a lesson. It's just time to move on. And I can just tell you that it's been like the last 3 months have been such an incredible gift and such an incredible reminder of what we get to experience when we feel a sense of peace that we actually should be feeling on a day-to-day basis. It's not normal to be stressed out every day. It's not normal to feel a heaviness in your body day in and day out. We were not designed for that. So you should also be having fun in your business. You should be creating in a way that lights your fucking soul on fire. If you're going to be in business for yourself, then you might as well have fun in the process. So anyway, I'm excited to continue these conversations with you. And one of the things that I would encourage anyone to do, if you're like, I would love for you to talk about this, or I have a specific question, just email hello@liberatehernow.com. And my team will send me, or you can just even drop it in the comments on the YouTube channel. My team will send that to me and I will answer your questions. I already have a whole list of questions that have been submitted previously that I'm going to try to get through those as well. But that's something I want to do. Happy July. Let's go.